Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of The Emotional Guy. My appreciation goes out to everyone who has taken out time to share these videos. You are the real MVPs. On The Emotional Guy, we'll continue to talk about issues that affect men, and any issue that affects men affects the society. If a man fails, it affects the family. By affecting the family, it's affecting the society. And that is why we've been talking about everything that we've been talking about as it concerns the boy child, teenagers, young adults, fathers, grandfathers, uncles, brothers, and even those in governance. On today's episode of The Emotional Guy, I'm going to be talking about something very, very serious. It's really serious and it makes me sad. We'll get right into it in just a moment. So, over the years, we've been hearing a whole lot about how women are the ones who train children and how children grow up and they don't exactly pay attention to their fathers and they all just give all their time to their mothers, taking good care of their mothers. Now, am I saying that all the mothers out there are awesome and their children just focus on them? No, there are bad mothers, but majority of mothers out there capture the hearts and feelings of their children, leaving their husbands and fathers to these children to be at the mercy of these children when they need the children to come true for them. Why? Let me just point this out to everybody. There's something called law of cause and effects. Something happens and it has these results. It's just what it is. When you put raw rice on the fire, when you cook it, it becomes edible because it has gone through the process of heat. When you pour fuel into a vehicle, when you turn on the ignition, it starts the car, the engine comes alive, and you can drive it. Law of cause and effect. So, why are you then complaining if you've been a bad father all this time that your children are not taking good care of you? Why? I mean, look at this video now I'm going to play for you and see the story that has been told in the video. How the woman is suffering alone. My question is, why should she suffer alone? Why?
She's not ignoring you. She's overwhelmed. She wakes up. Someone needs her. She goes to work. Someone needs her. She gets home. Someone needs her. There's dishes in the sink. Clothes in the dryer for the third time. Baths ought to be taken. Toys need to be picked up. People to be fed. She feels like with each passing year, she almost has less and less free time. But yet she works more. She's not ignoring you. She's breathing. Trying to find peace and quiet in her overthinking mind. She's trying to catch up on housework. Trying to be a good mom. Trying to make sure everyone around her is taken care of. She's not ignoring you. She's exhausted.
So when you look at that video, you see she's going through all kinds of stress with no support system. She's taking care of the kids alone. She's cleaning the house alone. She's cooking. She's doing this. She's doing that. Hey, come on. You married a wife, not a slave. You married a wife, not a house help. You married a woman for companionship primarily, even if you married her for procreation. But there must have been an attraction in the first place. There must have been love. There must have been care. There must have been moments when you look at her and your heart danced around, butterflies in your stomach and stuff like that. So what happened? Really, what happened? Why did you get to the place where you don't think you should be part of the children's lives? Why did you get to the place where you don't think Even if she's cooking, you can help her set the table. You can help her take care of the kids. Even if you're working to make money for the house, bro, there are consequences to your actions now. There are serious consequences to your actions now. When she starts reaping the fruit of her labor, don't complain. When she starts reaping the fruits of her labor, don't say, my children are neglecting me. And you start looking for uncles you're going to report the children to, or you start looking for mentors you're going to report the children to, or you start reporting them to the church, or you start reporting them to an imam, or you start reporting them to one spiritual father or another. There are better ways dealing with this. So I'm here, the emotional guy is here today to give you tips on how to help your home, on how to energize your home and make your future better. So that when you need your children, they are not going to turn their backs on you. There are so many stories that abound on how parents have treated their children. Imagine if this child grows up and hears these things and find out how you treated him or her. What response do you think you will be getting? Then again, let it not be like I'm just talking about the children. Even your wife, your woman, when she will start reacting, remember she feels abandoned by you. Remember she has gone through all the stress alone. The least you can do is to help her. Because when she starts reacting, just remember that the wrath of a woman is just, it's a biological weapon. It can be very destructive when she gets to that point where she feels like she has suffered enough and she's going to take it out on you. So what do? Number one, before you even start thinking of getting married, start conditioning yourself, start conditioning your brain that you're not just going to be a runaway father. Start conditioning your brain that your wife is not just there to cook for you. Your wife is not there to wash for you. I don't even know how you do that. Your wife is not there to wash for you. Your wife is not there to clean for you. Your wife is not there to do all these things. She is primarily a companion to you. And you've taken her away from her family and you've brought her in with all these things in your head that you've told her that you're going to take care of her. So take care of her. Take good care of her. Help her to clean. It won't hurt you to clean. Even if you don't know how to do this, ask, learn how to do it. Learn something new. Keep the momentum going. Keep whatever attracted you to her and what attracted her to you. Keep it going. Help her to clean. Help her to wash. Help her to shop. Help her to cook. And you'll find out that your relationship with her will keep going stronger. Start conditioning yourself as a man to be that kind of a husband, to be that kind of a companion. Number two, start learning how to play with children. Start learning how to take care of children. It won't cost you anything. You've got nephews, you've got nieces, you've got your neighbor's children, you've got children around. Start learning. Start learning. It's not difficult to take care of a child. And if you don't know how to, ask. Asking questions will only help you become a better person. And then on your own, stop listening to folks outside. Stop listening to your friends. Stop watching things that will make you think that when you don't do these things, you're being the man of the house. No, you're not being the man of the house. A man of the house leads by example. The man of the house leads by example. Learn to bathe the kids. Learn to mix water so you don't use hot water that is too hot for their skin or water that is too cold for them. Learn to mix baby food so it won't get lumpy if you're mixing a cereal, so it won't get too cold or too hot if you're mixing milk. Learn to burp a child. Put the child on your neck and rub gently. Learn to carry babies so you don't carry the child in an awkward position and the neck is bending. Learn to support your woman, for God's sake. I recently heard of it's so sad I'm going to say this because I'm a Christian. I recently learned that a woman gave birth, and she gave birth, safely. She got back home. A day after she gave birth, her husband leaves her in the house with another child that is just about 2 years old and travels somewhere that he's going for a church program. Come on, that is sad. Even the Bible says that before a man will become a bishop, he must be the husband of a wife, and everything that it talks about there. You can't just abandon your wife after she has given birth. Both of you made the baby. That church program will survive without you. That's why you have deputies. I'm not sure God will be too happy with you that you left your wife a day after she gave birth to go for a church program. That is so wrong. That is so wrong. 1 Corinthians 13 talks about love. God is love. Jesus talks about love. He talks about how we need to take care of ourselves. We need to love our neighbor as ourselves. This time around, your wife is not your neighbor. Both of you have become one. Imagine taking knife and cutting at your own skin. That is what you're doing. How do you think that woman would feel that you left her in the house a day after she gave birth, after she was brought back home, after God has helped her and she gave birth, she got delivered of her baby safely without any complications, and you became the complication? Come on. This is very important. Let's start talking to ourselves. Let's stop listening to talks that will not help us become better men. Let's stop listening to the things that will make our children detest us as men when we get old, or our wives be angry at us for the duration that we are living together and being here on earth as humans. There is more. There is always more. There is a better way to do this. I challenge you as a man to find a better way to treat your wife, to find a better way to treat your children. Because whatever you sow is what you will reap. What you sow, you will reap. Remember, seed time and harvest time, it always happen. Remember the law of cause and effect. Until I come your way the next episode, I am the emotional guy. Remember to share, remember to like, and most importantly, remember to subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever there is a release of a new video with an important topic such as this. Men, we can do better. Thank you for watching my channel.